Hey rat bags, it's Jade with another look at Under a Rock. As I told you guys, I'm only really looking at games now when they've built up a lot of stuff, and Under the Rock has built up quite a selection of nice screenshots and this amazing trailer showing all the different mounts that you're going to be having in the game. So let's go through everything and catch up with Under a Rock. So this was shared a few days ago and I've been meaning to find some time to give it a whirl, and it looks fantastic. If you've always wanted a survival game with a little bit more cutesy action going on rather than realistic face chomping dinosaurs, this might be the one for you. I really love the actual expression of the creatures here. I was a bit worried it'd be a bit too cutesy, and I think it's just about got that blend. I quite like the comical effect of some of them. I definitely want to see some more darker creatures and maybe some more scary ones, even in comical form, but I'm really loving the look and design of these creatures. And the mounts do look pretty good. Obviously Smallland's just come out and they also have mounts, and we've seen how important mounts and pets and tames can be to games like Ark Survival Evolved, Conan Exiles and more. So Under a Rock seems to have that as a major focus of the game. It is a procedurally generated, if you don't know, co-op adventure, 1 to 10 players. No release date as of yet. I'm not really expecting this to hit until next year in early access at some point, but it's definitely showing lots of progress made by a tiny little team somewhere out of the Nordic region. Each world that you'll visit, or island, will obviously be procedurally generated with a whole host of different biomes, and they're promising seasons in the game as well. You can see framed here we've got like this mushroom tropical biome, and then a forest, and then a volcano, and more importantly a fluffy cat to ride around. Now I'm guessing these aren't actually just cats, they have got proper names, but this looks like some mad mix of a gecko and a bee or wasp. I'm really hoping that they do have a lot of differences for these creatures. So maybe like this one can walk up walls. Maybe the cat can pounce higher or further. And of course, who doesn't want a killer bee wasp thing to fly around the tropical paradise in? So flying mounts are going to be a feature of the game as well. You can see some of the enemies we'll be facing. The idea is that we're going to be going off against Neanderthals, creatures and pretty much souped up versions from years past, as we are explorers exploring these procedurally generated lands. All the usual bells and whistles. It's going to have base building, and I've done a few videos now taking a look at it, so go and check them out if you really want to see more info. Obviously got bunny rabbits here, and they do look like they do indeed jump a little bit higher and a little bit further, as you might expect. And again, I know they're not bunny rabbits, I'm sure they've got their own names, especially as this one's seemingly got deer horns sticking out of his head. Now some of this is just concept art, and I'm sure things may change, but this looks really cool as well. Whether or not I think this is going to be a mount, I'm pretty sure this might just be a creature you'll face, but baby versions of these creatures would be really cool. And we get to see some of their mounts, maybe not so friendly, I'm guessing with male and female versions of the creatures too. And all good saber-toothed cats do love to play with some yarn. So really expressive, very Pixar-like. You can see the home that some of these guys are going to be inhabiting as well, with this burrow here for this bee wasp, and finding one of them saber-toothed cat style things inside a mysterious glowy crystal cave. And that's the scale of it once you're on foot. Completely customizable characters. It does look like we're going to have pets as well as actual mounts in the game too. So really good stuff, again showcasing more of the armor, and this is some of the stuff I've seen before, but you can even get armor for your little pets. Maybe a little nod there to something like Grounded with the armors that you can get for your pets in that game too. So far, a really good mix. I'll leave the link to their Twitter page and their Discord in the comment sections. Go and check it out to see more. Last few things I do want to point out though, and this is something I'm really interested in, is utilising pets and animals to actually get around or make progress. Not just mounts with a flying one that you could only reach certain places with that flying creature, but this is super cool. Having something that will help you breathe underwater, utilising the pet to do so. Apparently the tiger's called a Snugget, and it just looks really cool. I'm guessing this one's a bit smaller, or maybe the scale weren't completely right. Maybe it was a baby or younger version, as it does look a little bit too small to be riding around. But we're not really focusing on too much realism here and whether or not a creature could hold the weight. Earlier last month, they also showed off a bunch more of the biomes and interiors we'll be exploring with procedure generated caves that you will be able to build in, I do believe. You don't have to go and make a tiki style village. If you want to be a cave dweller, you will be able to. And I'm hoping there's going to be some good loot to actually get in some of these caves. And one last look at some of the seasons or the weather effects that will be in the game as well. Looking absolutely gorgeous and stunning, especially with the lightning pinging off in the distance. Also like that's been shown off the concept art, how it started, and so far how it's finishing. So really outlandish creatures. I think this will be really fun, and we definitely need something like this. If you know, I've been covering Grounded a long time, and on this new channel that I've had running for about a year now. And we've looked into games like Small Land as well. Pets are okay in Grounded, but it could be expanded on greatly. And in Small Land at the moment, the creatures aren't very kind of, I guess, connection made with them because they die so easily and just don't have that many uses yet. So that's the thing I want to see with creatures. Don't just add them just for the sake of getting across the map slightly quicker. Like the bee, have it able to get to places we couldn't before and make it part of the progression. Or like that diving one. That's what I really find interesting about Under a Rock. They seem to be approaching it that way. So great stuff. It might be a while before we take another look at what they're up to, but I will keep you in the loop about progress. And of course, if we ever get an actual release date or tentative news about when it's coming, I'll give you guys another recap and show you all the progress that's being made. So that's it. I am off. If you're celebrating Easter, have a good one. If not, enjoy the time off, and I'll see you rat bags later.